was a challenging child. As a baby, my parents would see me dancing up and down whenever the music came on, laughing like any other child does. However, when I was 2 years old, my mom started to notice I acted differently than other children. Whenever she took me to the store, park, mall, any public places, I screamed. I cried so loud that everyone would look at us. I covered my ears and banged my head on the floor. I cried so loud that my mom would just drop everything and leave with me just to calm me down. I was an incredibly picky eater. I wouldn't touch my food because of the color or the texture of it, and tantrums were a common occurrence for me during mealtime. I would often refuse to leave the house without a daily routine of a morning donut. Even having conversations with kids was hard for me. It's hard to interact with them. Some of my teachers thought I was deaf because I didn't respond to them or to the other children. Having conversations and making friends was hard because of my delayed social skills. My mom hated seeing me like this. She took me to go see different doctors to see what was going on with me. One of the doctors told her that she thought it was just a personality difference between my older sister and me, but my mom knew they were wrong. She knew it wasn't as simple as having a stubborn kid or a finicky eater. So she then took me to go see my pediatrics doctor at the Sutter Health Medical Foundation offices. It was here I was first diagnosed with pervasive development disorder, NOS, with auditory processing disorder. This means that it was hard for me to understand what is being said to me or how to respond, and that I process information, especially oral information, differently from other people. Upon first glance, I seem normal and I speak normally, but I think and process differently. PDD and OS became the diagnosis applied to children or adults who are on the autism spectrum but do not fully meet the criteria of being on another autism spectrum disorder, such as Asperger's syndrome. Autism spectrum includes behavioral, communication, and social challenges. And at the time of my diagnosis, it was widely misunderstood. Overcoming these challenges was a long process of getting to know my brain and how it works. The word autism was first used in 1908 to describe a set of symptoms of emotional or social withdrawal. It wasn't until the 1940s when scientists started to finally understand the range of challenges that are associated with autism. Autism is on a spectrum that is much more complicated than a linear spectrum you often see describing medical conditions. The autism spectrum will look something more like this. All individuals with autism exist on 5 different areas: language, motor skills, perception, sensory, and executive function. These symptoms are so vast and diverse that no 2 individuals are the same. I believe that my brain is a beautiful puzzle. Every day I need to be patient and tenacious to overcome obstacle after obstacle without the tools I need. I can get overwhelmed easily by the environment. The smell of smoke makes me sick. Loud rooms and noises triggers my anxiety. Bright lights and large crowds makes me freeze in place. I stand still, close my eyes, and cover my ears. I avoid eye contact. I ramble. I have trouble understanding sarcasm. And I regularly struggle explain how I feel. Imagine that you are walking down a busy street. You would see people, cars, dogs maybe. Normal, right? But when you see from an autistic person's point of view, it would look more like this. All the sensory information would be overwhelming and stressful. Everything is brighter, louder, and seems to be moving faster. You might feel threatened and unsafe. You might feel afraid. You might feel alone. But autism is increasingly common. In 2004, 1 in 166 children were diagnosed with autism. However, with more research and studies, children in the diagnosis range is 1 in 54. Despite these conditions for our communities, there are still a number of misconceptions about people with autism. Some people may assume we don't want or need friends. This is so far from the truth. Sometimes we have difficulty making friends because of our delayed social skills and communicating with others we are not comfortable with. This doesn't mean we are antisocial. We just take a little more time of getting comfortable with other people. Some people may assume that we don't express any emotions. We take longer to process or understand what we are feeling based on the situation. When we are happy about something like winning an award or getting accepted to a program, it may not show in our facial expressions, but that doesn't mean we are incapable of experiencing excitement or joy. Because of our social challenges, some people would think that we are not intelligent or intellectually challenged. Some of us get bullied either at school or work because we tend to speak more slowly or misinterpret what is being asked of us. However, individuals with autism have a normal or high IQ and excel in many subjects and disciplines. Despite these stereotypes and assumptions, progress is being made. Autistic characters in the media are becoming prevalent and offers a glimpse into the lives of individuals with autism. My personal favorite TV show, ABC's A Good Doctor, includes a protagonist who is autistic. Movies and shows like Please Stand By, Dear John, Criminal Minds, and Atypical, and many others offers realistic, complex, and dynamic characters who are also autistic. Even younger audiences are being exposed to real-lifetime examples of autism with shows like Sesame Street. These media representations provide the audience to understand, empathize, and accept the neurodiversity and perspectives of people with autism. My challenge for all of you: be understanding, be patient, be kind. Understand that we are just like you. We have the same interests. We like to do the same things. But understand that we just process a little differently. Give us a little bit more time. We will get there. We are human beings too. We feel the same emotions as you, whether it is excitement, despair, compassion, rejection, or love. We are not indifferent to your feelings. Sometimes it is just hard to reach you. We aren't dumb, just different. We can spread awareness not only to our community, but to everyone by listening to those with ASD, being open to their perspectives, and not let the fear of the unknown keep us in the dark. I thrive in an environment where I am accepted for me, valued for me, loved for me. Hi, I'm Rosalyn Hope Brand. I'm 17 years old, and I'm living with autism. Thank you.